and welcome to Lucy Mworia Network, and thank you so much for the continued support that you have supported us by subscription and watching and supporting the elderly of this country, and now we are going beyond. Today marks the end of Social Protection Conference 2023 at Kenya School of Government, Nairobi, Kenya. And we have several delegates from all over the country, all of Africa, and actually around the world. And I got an opportunity to share with our delegates from the country of Gambia, West Africa. So I'm going to check what is their takeaway home from Kenya, from this conference, which involved all of us in Africa. Thank you. Here with me is
Mr. Mara N. Fofana, the Deputy Executive of NANA from the Gambia. I'm part of the delegation.
You are the head of the delegation.
Yeah.
Welcome to Kenya.
Thank you.
And we want the meeting to come. We've shared a lot during the course of the week about this conference. What are you taking home to Gambia?
One thing we are taking home to Gambia is the understanding of the comprehensive nature of social protection in general. We came here to learn and to understand that social protection is a very wide area that includes not only social cash transfer, but it includes insurances, social security, pensions, health insurance, and so forth. So we've learned quite a lot from the conference that we take home when we get back home, so we can have a comprehensive set of activities and interventions that will help our citizens in the country. We just started not very long, but we have come here to learn from what Kenya has been doing. We understand Kenya has a very comprehensive sector area, and they have been organizing conferences for the past years. So this is the third time they've been organizing. So we also come to learn as to how can we also copy from what Kenya has been doing to enhance our own sector in the country.
Thank you very much. When you came, you've been along for the last 6 days. What was your expectation in this conference?
Well, our expectation is to learn from the various topics that we have discussed here and programs that have been implemented. But we understand now that there's a need for us to enhance our financing approach for social in the country. We understand that we need to ensure that we improve in our coordination mechanism. We need to ensure that there is need for harmony, integration, and synergy in partners and engage in social protection. We understand about the issue of cash flows on the country. So we can have bigger impact, and also ensure that there is kind of a monitoring evaluation inbuilt into our system, so we can look at the impact of our programs on the welfare of the poor and vulnerable.
Great. So out of that, at the scale of 1 to 10, would you say your expectations were met?
Yes, I can say 10
What
or 10.
scale?
10 or 10, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 10 or 10.
That was our
10 or 10.
delegate and the
10 or
head of
10.
delegation from
10 or 10.
Gambia. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Older citizens, orphans, and vulnerable children, as well as people living with extreme disability, have a right to receive support now, and it is grossly unjust to wait even for a moment, for whatever reason. And that is why Cabinet has now approved that from June 1, the social protection cash transfer money will be disbursed before salaries of public servants is disbursed. I know for a very long time we've had social protection cash transfer money disbursed 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe sometimes 7 months after they are due. The instructions I have given and Cabinet have undertaken, and the Ministry of the Treasury have undertaken, is that from June 1, before salaries of public servants is paid, cash transfer for the vulnerable will be paid. I think it is the moral thing to do. It is the right thing to do, because if we don't look after our vulnerable, we will be a society that will be judged very harshly.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm fine.
Yes. I've seen you're a delegate from Kenya.
Yeah.
You represent what? Can you tell us your names and what you represent?
Yeah, I work with an organization called Senior Women Citizens for Change.
Yes.
And this organization represents the marginalized older persons who are vulnerable to financial support in this country.
Is this your first time to be in this kind of conference?
No, I think I've attended several, but this
is
the
a
first
third one.
Yeah.
In Kenya, this is the
Yes,
first one.
Yes, I've attended elsewhere,
Yeah.
but I'm very happy Kenyan has launched this kind of address to social protection.
So when you came, what was your expectation?
I expected to meet friends from other countries
To make
tell
friends.
us. Yeah, I mean, you interact.
Yes.
Interaction with other people.
Yes.
Will make me know what they are doing in their own countries and compare with what we are doing in Kenya. I have found out that there is a diverse ways of doing the social protection, and I've learned a lot.
What was your most take home today?
I am taking home the strategies on how we will improve my organization in working with the social protection programs in this country, and also improving our approach to our communities, especially when it comes to older persons.
Would you say you have achieved your goal today?
I
The
think
scale
so.
of 1 to 10?
I have, because I come here a changed person. I'm not the same that came here, because I'm sure if I am asked when I leave this place, I will have more strength in talking about social protection programs in Kenya.
Thank you very much, Pauline. This is Pauline, Delegate from Kakamega, Kenya. Thank you, Pauline.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
God bless you.
Hello, Professor.
Yes.
Welcome to the show. You've been around. I've seen you ask questions. I've seen you contributing. Professor, can you tell us who you are and why you are here? This is not a classroom, but you are here today, right?
My name is Soita. Mr. Soita teaches at Technical University of Kenya, which is one of the public universities in Kenya, apart from several other universities. Now I teach in the area of business management. I come from the School of Business and Management Studies, Technical University of Kenya. I also teach in the Department of Management Science and Technology. Now, the reason why I came to this conference is because, first of all, because of learning. University lecturers, apart from going to the classroom, they are not meant to stay in the classroom for the whole day. Usually they do other assignments outside there. We help the government to make government policy. All these policies that come up at the national government level or at the county government level, we help the government to make those policies.
Did you come with any particular interest?
Yeah, my interest is actually in research. This is when you talk of social protection conference, it's anchored on research. You heard even what the World Bank was suggesting. We need to go for what we call evidence-based decision making.
Yes.
And for you to develop anything like a strategy or a policy, you must first of all go to the field, collect data, or simply carry out what we call baseline survey. It is that data that after being subjected to statistical analysis, is when it can inform the report you want to make. So it's very important that I was here. And in business research, which the field I am, this is social research. Social researchers usually use different research designs.
Yes.
They use things like participatory action research. You heard yesterday somebody from GDI being asked whether we are calling beneficiaries as participants, but he was not able to explain that very well.
Yes.
He was supposed to say because they are using the design of participatory action research, that's why we are calling these as participants. Because the people themselves are part of the research.
Yes.
Yes.
Now,
And
Professor,
also, in addition to that, I learned another design from Uganda, a Ugandan presenter here, who is using experimental design. You subject your subjects to an experiment. You can do an intervention on one group and then another group, and then you watch them. So I think that is very important. That's the reason why I'm here.
So it is important to you.
It
was very important to you.
It was very important, and again, it will help me so much because when I'm teaching students, I normally teach business research methods. Now I'll be able to tell what is done in the business area and what is done in the social area.
Professor Soita, a lecturer in our country, and being a Kenyan, you're almost also aging. This channel represents the plight of aging in our country, and actually we are going beyond. Actually, we want to present the whole of Africa because our issues are almost the same. You've seen we have had people from other countries around Africa. What would you say about the plight of the aging in our country? Or in Africa in general?
I'm not an expert in that social
but
protection,
you have observed.
but
what did you observe?
What I can say is
Yes.
that the government needs to put a lot of efforts in ensuring that they take care of the elderly. I come from a rural area, Bungoma County, where I have got a lot of experience, even with my own parents who now passed away. Now, what happens is that we used to have the traditional society where there used to be a family arrangement whenever somebody ages. But now the government needs to put a lot of emphasis because there is no that traditional practice anymore. The second thing I want to comment on is about the missing middle. The government needs actually to work very hard to invest in this. Now, I urge the Ministry of Labor and Social Protection. Yesterday I was talking to them. Ministry of Labor and Social Protection, I was expecting the National Employment Authority representation here, because they are the ones failing the Ministry of Labor.
So what would you advise for the future?
What I can advise them, especially the government, is to ensure that they identify the employers up to the last mile level. The Ministry of Labor has not identified the employers up to the last mile level. Last mile level means anybody is an employer, not necessarily big organizations. So where are these employers? Have they mapped them out? And are they able to raise contributions to NSSF, NHIF, even KRA? So the government itself is losing a lot of money because of this.
So mapping is missing.
Mapping
that is a gap that we recognize.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Professor Soita.
Yes.
In the future, we are going to look for you.
In addition, the business, the financing, when it came to the finance issue about the funding models, you see people were doing presentations here, but the gray area there is the funding models. The government's institutions collect a lot of money, including the Ministry of Labor itself, to say, but this money in terms of billions to go for social protection projects is supposed to be invested fast. You are not here collecting money and then you just start distributing it.
So that's another gap.
They need to come up with the models like the levy fund, the endowment fund. Especially the levy fund can fund immediate projects. But the endowment fund, it has to be invested somewhere, and then only the interest is the one that is utilized. Much of the talk here was about how you are going to distribute the money, but how are you
not
going
how
to
you're going
invest
to get the money.
Yes. So I think that is
Thank
enough.
you very much,
Yeah.
Professor Soita.
Yes.
I'll get you another day. You come to the bench for this.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Ministry of Labour and Social Protection, and they will only be taking 2 minutes only, guiding Your Excellency.
That we all pray for. Thank you very much. Honorable Agent Dwelle, fellow governors.
In order to focus our full capacity on the
2023. At this juncture, Your Excellency, if you allow me,
These are the foremost considerations in promoting and advocating for an integrated protection system in our country. Secondly,
Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua.
The heart of Sustainable Development Goals unites with the bottom-up priority 2.5 million. And why not further? Why not to 3.6, which would bring us into line? Your Excellency, as I begin to close, I'm really proud that the United Nations...
Towards these challenges that face our country, we believe that we must all rise to the Lord, the organizers of the conference led by the Ministry of Labour and Social Protection, for putting therefore the effective implementation of social protection measures is
Social assistance, 80% is funded through government funding. Concerns about funding are valid, of course, but with high returns on
the elderly and those who are in the shadow of life, the sick, the needy.
Pioneer in this field, and for other countries looking to learn from
UN Coordinator, Dr. Stephen.
It will help us meet several of the targets, including goal number 1, no poverty, goal.
And that beautiful, wonderful signature right there by His Excellency, the President. Okay. Okay, Excellency, with your permission, is just a quick photograph, and I'm going to request that we have the UN Resident Coordinator, WF.